Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're actually going to be talking about the Monster Taming Direct 2025. So it's that time of the year, guys, and a fourth one is coming right around the corner. So if you guys are interested in submitting for the Monster Taming Direct, the applications are open now. So if you head down to the description down below, I'll have the form link right up in there. So if you guys are not familiar with what the Monster Taming Direct is, basically Gym Leader Ed and myself are going to be basically showing off some really cool monster taming games for about an hour. And honestly, every year this event keeps on getting better and better, and we roughly average almost 50,000 viewers. It's just a really cool event. And honestly, if you're a game dev and you have a really low budget, for marketing and stuff, this event is free for you. And on top of that, this is some really good direct marketing. So I really want to talk about the actual application process in today's video, because sometimes I get a lot of questions. Oh yeah, by the way, if you are a game dev or you got some questions or you're interested in submitting, you're more than happy to head over to Discord and send me a DM. I'm more than happy to answer any of your guys' questions. So let's actually dive into what we have here. So the process is slightly different this year. So basically, this is the actual form that you guys will be filling out if you are interested in submitting. Basically, thank you for applying to the 2025 Monster Taming Direct presentation. Fill out the questions down below. I'm not going to bore you guys with all this. So one of the biggest things that Ed and I have always had issues with, I don't know if it was the way we wrote it last year or previous years, but basically under the contact information field, please make sure to share your details in that field. Because if you just put the word Discord, I have no idea what your, Discord or, Instagram and all your socials, like I don't, honestly, I just don't have the time and energy to try to find you. So please put your actual information and your handles and all that, that social media jazz there. But the most important thing is August 25th is the deadline for the applications. So one of the biggest things you guys got to do for me or Ed is make sure the Google Drive or Dropbox link to your submission is shareable. I know that sounds really dumb, but it's a simple mistake that I see over the years that you forget to share it. But yeah, just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. And by the way, guys, did I tell you it's free as well? So if you guys are, living on that ramen noodle diet, this is definitely the place to be at. But basically, we are trying to hit early September. We've kind of been trying to hit Labor Day, but obviously that's not a set in stone date. We could even possibly push this off to like October, but right now me and Ed are trying to hit Labor Day again. But obviously if anything changes, we'll let you guys know. But basically the requirements, it has to be new stuff, guys. It has to be exclusive. It could be trailers, teasers, reveals, showcases, guides, or something in that lines. But the key thing is it's got to be posted in our direct first, and then you guys can post it pretty much anywhere in your socials. So, and then basically we are aiming, at least we're trying to get you guys to aim for 30 seconds to 3 minutes in length. Somewhere in between is a pretty good sweet spot. And then we prefer everything to be in HD or at least 1080. And then this I know this sounds really funny. We've actually had a couple of entries in the past where they were legitimately just photos, and I'm like, yeah, we can't work with this. So we do need to have it basically, edited and basically ready for, for a showcase. And then if you're wondering if commentary is required, it's actually not required. So depending on what kind of content you're going to be submitting, obviously try to make it fit, with your game and your style of video you're submitting. And then really important, at least for me and Ed, please don't use copyrighted materials. You'd be surprised how many times we do pre-checks and then we get hit with the good old YouTube copyright flag. Okay, so, and another thing is, please make sure your game is not using copyrighted assets. And one of the biggest changes we're doing for this year, we're not doing any fan games due to potential legal actions from parent companies. Yeah, I'm staring at Nintendo and Pokemon. Sorry guys. And then if you guys are interested in kind of like, I highly recommend, if this is your first time submitting, I highly recommend actually looking at the past 3 directs to kind of get a sense of what, you know, Ed and I are expecting for the actual submissions. Especially last year was probably one of our, you know, best sets. Like, we had so many great entries. Like, originally we were like trying to only keep it to 30 entries. I think, if I remember right, we ended up taking up to 37, but there was like, I want to say there was 50 plus entries, and they were all good, but to keep it within that 1 hour window, we're probably going to be looking between 30 and 40 entries again, depending, you know, on, you know, the length, which is why we're looking between 30 seconds to 3 minutes. But yeah, if you do have like any questions or concerns or just anything in general, you can email Ed. You can see his email up here, or honestly, if you're trying to get a quicker response, because Ed does, you know, work some crazy hours, I tend to be a little bit more available most of the time anyways. You can message me on Discord, or you can send me an email, but honestly, finding me on Discord is probably your quickest bet. If you don't see me online, just shoot me a message. I got Discord on mobile, so hate to say it, if I see the notification, I kind of have OCD problems. I like to try to get that notification taken off, so definitely at least read it. I might not be able to respond to it immediately, but I'll try my best to try to get to you as soon as possible. But if you do have questions, please reach out. Okay, so if you guys are wondering what the actual form is, I know this sounds really dumb, but there is a required field here that you write all these things, and then name of the game, name of your studio. Not everybody's going to have a publisher, so if you don't have a publisher, just put NA. And then development status. Basically, what is your game? Like, what state is it in? Is it, you know, are we looking at a demo? Are we looking at a prototype? Are you looking at alpha, beta? Is it early access, full release? You know, whatever state your game is in. And then links to your social media pages. So whatever socials that you want to share, please put the full link. Don't put like, you know, like at, you know, Barry Bandit and just say Twitter. Just put the whole link in there. And then right here, this is probably the most important thing, preferred contact method. Please, if you're going to put something down here, do not just put Twitter. Please put the, you know, your full, you know, contact. So if you got an email address, please put, you know, your email address at whatever, you know, service.com. But let's see. And then other details, kind of simple enough. If there's anything that you want to share or like any other additional information, you can just dump it right there. And then this is what's different with this year's submissions. We are actually not breaking this up into 2 parts. We're just doing 1 submission. So basically, when you're ready to submit, make sure you have your submission with a Google Drive or a Dropbox link right in this last field. Last year, we kind of did like a screening phase, but we've done it for 3 years, and last year we were done with it. We had just too many issues with it, and especially with devs backing out last minute, which was so frustrating. So this year, if you're ready to submit, put your stuff right there and then just hit that submit button. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Basically, the Monster Taming Direct 2025 is here. So that's going to be the 4th one. really excited to co-host again with Gym Leader Ed. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, you're more than happy to contact me at Barry Bandit on Discord. I'm pretty much, you know, always available, it seems like. Sometimes some people say I need to touch some grass, which I have been trying to do a little better, but yeah. So if you guys are game devs interested in submitting a game, honestly, this is probably the best direct marketing method I could probably give to you guys, because first off, it's free, and you're like, honestly, you are marketing to your direct audience if you're making a monster taming game. And it's like, this is like a perfect storm right here. But yeah, other than that, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.